So right now I'm wrapping up filming for a series that I started in the summer in which I use a big cargo bike with the express purpose of carrying around my daughter. Before setting out to review these cargo bikes, I already had some experience using regular bikes to carry kids, and much more time using what's called a long-tail cargo bike, such as the Yuba Mundo, the Pedigo Stretch, or the Felt Totem. Sweet Pea has been with me for a healthy part of the 150 miles or so that I've done testing, and believe me, she was not opposed. So let's look at the lineup. Here we have the Urban Aero family, the Butchers and Bicycles MK1-E, and the Riese and Muller Packster 80. The elephant in the room is the MK1-E. It's got 3 wheels. This makes loading and unloading cargo completely carefree. I don't worry at all about little Sweet Pea getting in and out. Of course, the kickstand is required, but the balance isn't thrown off when she's bouncing around from the excitement of getting going. The front door on the MK1 is priceless. Watching her open the door and step in is absolutely adorable. The little seat and the seat belt are great, and she loves being able to see what's going on all around her. If it were up to Sweet Pea, I think this would be her pick. She likes it from the moment she sees it. But you know what, it does have downsides. The MK1 feels like it has the turning radius of a battleship. It's perfectly stable, but when I'm turning too fast, I wind up arcing into the other lane. Now I got the hang of it, but empty or with cargo, I felt like the MK1 had a flat tire on the back on account of the weight distribution. I had the largest learning curve on this one. Once I got it down, it felt all right. What's the hardest e-bike you've ever ridden? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, let's jump to the Riese Muller Packster 80. Now for me, this was definitely my favorite. It felt amazing. For me, the Packster was much more nimble and much more stable of a vehicle, all things considered. Riese and Muller puts a lot of attention to detail in their bikes, and this one is no exception. Acceleration was very appreciated. The conventional gearing really didn't cross my mind at all, and it feels great with or without cargo. A very pleasant experience all around. In the Packster, Sweet Pea had a hard time getting in and out, as there is no door, and it doesn't have a convenient foothold like the Urban Aero. The corners on the box are also less rounded. The straps on the bike are fine, but that little 1-inch pad that Sweet Pea sits on is, not all that great, and I think that after long rides, she got a little bit restless. It's okay for short trips, I suppose. Sweet Pea does like the small profile of the cargo rack. She likes to look all around and see her entire surroundings. Now let's talk about the Urban Aero family. Now this one has a lot of really cool accessories to it. It has a front folding seat, that foothold that I mentioned, and a few different configurations for the front segment, and coolest of all, a complete canopy for keeping the kids dry, and kind of yourself too. That's pretty neat. Technically, the bin on the Urban Aero is lower than the others. However, the kids bend their knees, which puts their weight up a little bit, but more importantly, the rider weight is pushed backwards based on the Dutch style driving. For me, having my weight off of the handlebars took out some of the road feedback that I would use to control the vehicle. As far as stability, I think the Urban Aero is right in the middle of the 3. I liked it better with the weight up on the front wheel, and Sweet Pea really likes the 360-degree view. It was summer when I filmed, so I didn't get a chance to do the canopy review in all honesty, but if you subscribe to the channel, you might see me use it in the winter or in the spring, so stay tuned for that. So what's my take on these 3 front loaders? Well, if it were up to me, I would totally do the Packster 80. It felt totally stable, and I really liked the handling and the control I had over the bike. The Urban Aero has some very appealing accessories, and I think I could be talked into it even though I didn't really like the riding position. My experience on the MK1 was quite cumbersome at first. I didn't like the ride, especially turning, and I much prefer riding slow on account of that control. If it were up to Sweet Pea, she would want to use the Butchers and Bicycles. I get the feeling she thinks it's made for her. It has its own door, her own seat. She loves to climb in and out and watching the road pass under her. She has the most fun on this bike. So which one would I recommend for you? Well, if you want a really fun amusement park ride, get the Butchers and Bicycles. Your kids will love it. If you want something that's a little more utilitarian, go for the Packster 80. And if you want a good compromise or a super practical family van, then the Urban Aero family is right up your alley. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see some other videos, please subscribe and let me know in the comment section below if you have experience with any one of these. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on to later. You want to say bye-bye, sweet pea? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.